Rocket.
Model Rocket.
Written by Joanne Mattern.
Written by Joanne Mattern.
Lift off.
Lift off.
3, 2, 1. Lift off.
3, 2, 1. Lift off.
A model rocket shoots into the sky.
A model rocket shoots into the sky.
The rocket can fly up to 1,500 feet.
The rocket can fly up to 1,500 feet.
457 meters high.
457 high.
Watching these small rockets fly can be fun and exciting. Model rockets aren't just for fun, though.
Model rockets are just for fun, though.
They also teach us about science and space.
They also teach us about science and space.
The history of rockets.
The histories of rockets.
People in China invented rockets.
People in China invented rockets
About 800 years ago.
About 800 years ago.
They filled tubes with gunpowder and shot them at their enemies. Later, scientists built rockets that could go into space. Starting in the 1950s, people began building model rockets for fun.
Starting in the 1950s, people began building more rockets for fun.
Parts of a model rocket.
Part of the model rocket.
A model rocket kit comes with all the parts a rocket needs.
A model rocket kit comes with all the parts a rocket needs.
A model rocket's body is a long tube made of cardboard or plastic.
A model rocket body is a long tube made of cardboard or plastic.
The nose cone fits into the top of the tube.
The nose cone fits into the top of the tube.
The size and shape of a rocket's body and nose cone.
The size and shape of a rocket body and a nose cone
can change how it flies. Fins help the rocket fly straight. The engine burns fuel.
Fins help the rocket fly straight. Engine burn fuel
to push the rocket into the air.
To push the rocket into the air.
A parachute helps the rocket fall.
A parachute helps the rocket
fall safely back to Earth. People like to make their rockets look great. Many people paint their rockets with different colors and designs.
Many people paint their rockets with different color and design.
Every rocket is one of a kind.
Every rocket is one of a kind.
At the launch pad.
at the launch pad.
The only place to launch a rocket is in an open space.
The only space to launch a rocket is in an open space.
The launch area needs to be far away
The launch area needs to be far
from
away
people and buildings.
from people and buildings.
A large field or a playground is a good spot.
A long field or a playground in a good spot.
First, set up the launch pad.
First, set up the launch pad.
Place the rocket over the guide wire on the pad.
Place the rocket over the guide wire on the pad.
The guide wire keeps the rocket pointing straight up when it lifts off.
The guide wire keeps the rocket pointing straight up when it lifts off.
Connect the launch controller to the rocket engine.
Connect the launch controller in the rocket's engine.
Then, step back and press the button on the controller to start the engine.
Then step back and press the button on the controller to start an engine.
Whoosh!
Whoosh!
The rocket flies up and away.
The rocket flies up and away.
Staying safe. Clubs and competitions.
Club and competition.
People who fly model rockets often join model rocket clubs.
People who fly model rockets often join model rocket clubs.
Schools or hobby groups can have information about model rocket clubs.
School or bodies group can have information about model rocket clubs.
A science center or museum might have a model rocket club too.
A science center or museum might have a rocket too.
Many people enter model rocket competitions.
Many people enter model rocket competition.
They set off rockets and see which one flies the highest and the fastest.
They set off rocket and see which one fly the high and the fastest.
Model rocket competitions are held all over the world.
Model rocket competitions are held over the world.
In the United States, students between 12 and 18 can enter the Team America Rocketry Challenge. Every spring, 100 teams compete to become the best in the country.
Every spring, 100 teams compete to become the best in the country.
The winners go on to compete against other teams.
The winners go on to compete against other teams
from around the world. Model rockets are a fun way to learn about science.
Model rockets are a fun way from there about science.
Who knows how high a model rocket can take your imagination?
Can take your imagination.